Now to Washington, where House Republicans say they support a proposed national museum of the American Latino, but they still voted last week to pull funding for it. A move they say that is meant to send a message. Cronkite News reporter Isabel Garcia explains what that message is from our Washington bureau.
Arizona Congressman Juan Ciscomani said he was excited to bring his family to a Smithsonian Institution exhibit that is the first step towards a National Museum of the American Latino. But that excitement changed as he walked through the exhibit, which he said portrays U.S. Latinos as victims.
I was terribly disappointed with what we saw. So much so that we had a kind of powwow at the end of the session to, quite frankly, correct the history. Not only the interpretation of who we are as a community and our heritage in this country, but also the history piece of it.
Other Republicans echoed Ciscomani and added that the exhibit has an anti-American bias. That's why they voted last week to eliminate funding for the museum, a move they say is intended to get the attention of the Smithsonian board.
I am hopeful that the curator at the Smithsonian and you all get together and work this out so that this language isn't necessary. Nobody wants this language. But sometimes it's the only way you get the attention of someone. And that's why it's there.
But Democrats said Republicans are playing a dangerous game, one that could end up killing the museum altogether.
But we cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater. We cannot completely throw away the work that has been done for so many years.
Some Democrats said they too have criticisms of the exhibit, called presente. But they said the best way to fix that is to talk with the museum officials.
I don't believe any of you have a background as a museum curator. I could be wrong. This is what that job does.
But Ciscomani said it's important to get the presentation of Latino history right, and he hopes the House has the attention of officials at the Smithsonian.
I agree that this museum needs to exist, and that's why I hope we can find a solution that reflects the rich diversity, the significant contributions, and the strong values that our beloved Hispanic community has offered this nation for so long.
I reached out to the museum, but they were unable to give me a comment. In Washington, Isabel Garcia, Cronkite News.
With Congress about to leave on its regular August recess, the budget bill with the Latino Museum language will not be considered by the full House until September at the earliest. And it would still have to make it through the Senate for the funding cut to win final approval.